Hello, glad to see you back.
Hello, welcome back. To be honest, I'm really excited to make this episode.
Is this even real?
Is this even real? I'm asking the same question. I've been waiting to do this episode since the Audi parts video. So a few months back, I think 2 months ago, we made this one.
Yeah, that's organized all the parts and
laid them on the garage and showed what went to under this hood. What's actually here right now.
And lots of more parts as well.
And lots of extra parts. So maybe I think well, the main ones were there, like the engine block and the cylinder head, but a lot more got added here, but we're gonna talk about it real soon. So finally, this is my Audi. From the factory, it's Audi Coupe Quattro 1990, all-wheel drive, 6-speed manual. I guess that's it from the basic specs. That's where the factory specs actually end. So right now the engine has been swapped to 2.2 liter. From the factory it came 2.3, I think.
So you downgraded?
I downgraded in the engine size, but hopefully upgraded in the horsepower.
Don't know yet, actually.
Don't know yet, yeah. So we don't know yet.
Should be more.
Yeah, should be more. Let's take a look from what we can see from the outside. This is a B4 Coupe Quattro grille, or the hood has been changed. 1990.
So the nose is new?
The nose is new, and the bumper is Audi RS2 replica.
It's a pretty good quality replica bumper.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. All of these are like also custom, and they didn't come with the bumper, so the last owner customized those and ordered parts from everywhere. These are the Audi S2 style lens headlights, so the short version. It's also possible to get the long version headlights, but these are the sexy looking shorter version Hella headlights. It's a pretty expensive part, so I think in today's prices, if you want to get a decent quality headlights, or like these, they cost around 800 euros a pair, or even more, and really hard to find. But overall, I think the car was repainted like 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago. Total new paint job, and from the outside 16-inch wheels right now. So I'm rocking the Audi S4 that you saw on the first video, actually, my old S4. So these wheels are actually the OEM ones that come on these cars. Also lowering springs. I think those were the HR lowering springs and Koni shocks. So these actually come as an option on the RS2, but for this car it made a huge difference. So the wheel arches are nicely.
So these shocks and springs are good enough for racing as well? Yes,
they are actually exactly in between. So they are really good on the normal roads and pretty decent enough on the track. So it's a pretty okay compromise. It's okay to drive on the street as well.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. You will be the judge of that. But I think that's it from the front end. Maybe let's take a look at the interior real quick, and then we'll go to the money shot under the hood.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look at the interior. These are the Audi S2 seats. So they have been reupholstered by the last owner. So the leather is new, but the middle part is reused. It's just washed, reattached to the seat. But the door panels are also remade. They are pretty nice in my opinion. Really go with the 90s look.
You can block the entire road with this door.
Yeah, these doors are a nightmare in the mall parking lots. What else? Few dials here. Actually the shifter is from a B7 Audi A4. So the shifter has been upgraded to a better one. So the gearing is really nice, small gears and quick throw. So I should be able to shift gears really quickly. So that's a good thing. Diff lock works nicely. So we can lock the real differential if in need of a really fast launch, maybe, perhaps. Classic old school Audi steering wheel, also with a new leather. So it has a nice matte look and a really good grip. Audi S2 instrument cluster. So this didn't come from the factory as well on this car. Turn on the ignition for quickly. Oh, it's nice that this one stages, but the other ones do not.
What's the problem?
This could be due to the MaxxECU, so the engine doesn't have the OEM control module anymore. But from the interior wise, got a working sunroof, got this really nice fake Alcantara roof lining, goes nicely with all the pillars and look. But I think these handles we need to paint on some other video. They don't really go with the roof.
Needs a rattle gun job.
Yeah. But from the interior, I think that's it. Classic coupe styling. Actually, it's a 5-seater. Gonna talk about that later when we start up the car. But the classic 5-seater coupe interior. I think on the back bench we can fit 3 really slim girls and no one else, because there isn't much leg space.
Do you have the ski?
No, don't have that one.
No,
but actually,
ski door.
No ski doors. But actually the rear seats are pretty comfortable for a small person.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I have tried it once, but my head hits the roof. I can show you. Try to climb into the back seat. Over. So when I sit back, I have to sit like this, or like this, or maybe like this. But yeah.
At least the roof is soft.
Yeah, it's pretty soft. But let's get to the fun part. Let's look under the hood, and maybe we'll do a small startup as well.
It's raining.
Yeah, it's raining. It's not a nice weather to drive in.
You didn't mention these things over here.
Ah, yeah. This is actually a custom front wing by the last owner. So I think this grill is from some Mercedes model actually, and it's a custom job with no filler.
So
this has been attached with real metal work, so no filler, no sanding, nothing, just pure nice metal work.
Pretty good job over here.
Yeah, 1 in 1. If I crash this car or wreck this wing, then there ain't any others like this. Let's get to the fun part. Open up the hood. What's the first thing you notice?
This, because I filmed this one.
But under the hood, I'm really happy how it turned out. So big props to Christian, who put everything together under this hood. I'm really happy how it looks like. Start on the left side. Here is the small turbocharger, Precision 6062 with a Tial wastegate and stainless steel exhaust manifold from CP Service. And from the turbo downpipe and the whole exhaust system is 3.5-inch stainless steel with Magnaflow mufflers. So it makes a pretty nice crispy sound, to be honest.
And it took like 2 weeks or 1 week?
Yeah, this exhaust system took like 2 weeks to assemble from scratch. So a huge work to make it noise free, so it won't hit any stuff underneath the car or any pillars or whatnot. It sits pretty low. I think the V-band is the lowest part of the exhaust, so this will be the first one to scratch. We even had some troubles getting it into the garage, and the jump is not that high. So I think we have some scrape marks over here. Yeah, this one was made like 10 minutes ago. Already scraping. Okay, from the last video you guys saw what went to into the engine. So real quickly, FCP rods, JA pistons, and fully balanced everything, machined block, fully built cylinder head with the custom oiling. So in the last video we mentioned the custom oiling part. So if you come over here, you can see that this one actually don't exist on the custom head. So this is all custom. Pressurized oil side will go into the head from here and drop to the oil pan. Finjector injectors, all custom fuel lines, also custom intake from some Finnish guy. I don't know, I think this guy didn't have a company and he only made like 20 of those. So this is a pretty rare part as well.
Hopefully it works good.
It works really good. It has already proven itself on Christian's last setup, so it flows really nicely. it's some two-chamber system inside, so all the cylinders will get even pressure. That's actually on the stock manifolds. It's a really big problem for those for these engines because the last cylinder will get less air than the first one, and you have to adjust it with the tune. So, but this manifold actually should eliminate this problem. Moving on, we have a custom-made aluminium radiator for this model. Usually they come, I think the radiators are this thick, so it has been basically doubled in size.
It's quite wide, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite wide, but this car needs some cooling as it doesn't have a front mount radiator like my last S4 had. So these all have it on the side. And actually, as a last minute thought, we added this extra radiator as well, which usually is prone to fail on these coupes, and people eliminate them. It should run fine actually without the radiator, but just for some extra safety, and probably I will start beating on the track real hard as well, so it will keep the temps down. So that's the reason. From I think from here you can see I have a Wagner intercooler setup as well. So from here you can see it's really nicely hidden under the bumper. So a nice sleeper look. But this setup is pretty expensive as well, and does its job real nice. So all the intercooler piping is 3-inch, and I think we have a blow-off valve under here. If you can zoom in, yeah, I think we can see it. Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator. Gonna install a pressure sensor as well later on. I actually have it already wired. I think the wire end is here. Yep. So just need to plug it in and calibrate it. And yeah.
Oil catch can.
Actually, I have two of them.
Where's the other one?
One goes from here. So this is the like the oil catch tank, and this one is the breather tank. So when this one gets full, actually the engine will be able to breathe, and it will just start overflowing to the next tank. So it's like a fail-safe solution. But this setup will not stay on the car. I actually already ordered a new one because this setup is Christian's, and I just borrowed it to drive it around. So the parts has been ordered, but it's just not on the car yet. I think that's it under the hood. We can give a quick startup, so we can show the people what's to come and see how the car runs. Maybe I will do a quick drive-by here, do some choo-choo sounds, and we'll continue from the next video. So enjoy the clips, and I think that's it for now. And I would just like to add that if you enjoy what we're doing here, hit that like button and leave comments below and subscribe to our channel, so it will help us out, and we will get the response back that it's the right thing that we're doing. So awesome.